Hey everyone, Dave here with another Blu-ray DVD collection update / haul video. This is the third one for the month of August 2022, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at the latest releases from Viavision Entertainment that have been sent over to me to take a look at. There's a couple of titles to take a look at here, so let's get into it. Alright, so once again in this video we're going to be taking a look at some recent releases from Viavision Entertainment that have been sent over. This month I am of course doing a number of videos. I have previously covered the latest releases from Imprint Films as well as the latest releases from Umbrella Entertainment. I'm also going to have another video coming out in a few days time where we're going to be taking a look at the most recent releases from Random Space Media, Kicks.com.au and some personal pickups that I've picked up along the way over the last month. But once again, this is the Viavision video. So let's get into it and take a look at what they sent in for me to take a look at this month. First up, we're going to take a look at the first volume in a series of upcoming releases of Baywatch the Complete series. This first volume of a collection of what I believe will be 3 box sets includes the first 5 seasons of the series. The series is presented inside a large slipbox which presents each of the seasons in their own individual amaret cases with this brand new, really beautiful artwork. The second box set, which contains seasons 6 to 9, is currently available, with another box set I'm assuming will probably be on the way soon with seasons 10 and 11. Baywatch is one of those cultural milestones of the late 80s, 1990s. I actually was just looking into this and I can't believe that this show actually ran until 2001. I know 2001 was like 20 years ago. It doesn't feel that long ago to me. Of course, Baywatch is predominantly known for one thing, and that is its really, really beautiful cast of people running on the beach in their swimwear. Of course, every episode opened up with a montage of people just running on the beach. And this is a show that even at the time that this was on, the show was considered to be pretty trashy. There's a joke in an episode of Friends where Chandler gets sprung watching an episode of Baywatch and he turns around and goes, "Oh, I swear I'm watching it for the articles." So even back then when it was first on, there was, a little bit of a kind of a dialogue about Baywatch being the kind of that trashy show that people only watched because there were beautiful people on the screen. But hey, this is actually a pretty fun show. It does have a really great cast of characters in here. David Hasselhoff, of course, is the #1 in here. Of course, David Hasselhoff is not the best of actors and he never really does the best of stuff, but he does the best that he can in this and builds quite a fun show here. Of course, you have this kind of rapidly rotating cast of women as well. Pamela Anderson got her start on here and she is so sweet in this show. I think she really got a really bad rap in her early career and, could have gone on to do some really great things. She is great in this. Carmen Electra joins the cast a little later on as well. All these people that you probably know, Yasmin Bleeth, a really great cast of people. I think Baywatch is a really fun show. It's a relic of the 1990s, which is an era that I grew up in, and I just kind of love going back to shows like this and watching like episodes here and there. I of course have never watched all of Baywatch. I probably will never watch all of Baywatch, but it's fun to have at least this first volume right here. I'm trying to get the other 2 volumes from Viavision. I hope they'll send them over as well so I can showcase them to you. But this is such a fun show, and I think if you're into your 90s nostalgia and all that kind of stuff, particularly if you're kind of in my age range, this is something you definitely want to go and pick up. Next up, we've got the DVD release of BBC documentary special Judi Dench, My Passion for Trees. Oscar-winning actress Dame Judi Dench explores one of her greatest passions in this 1-hour special, trees. Judi has spent her life living beside one of the oldest forests in the UK, and in this program she will embark on a remarkable journey with experts and historians to discover how deeply embedded trees are in our history and how important they are to our future. This enchanting program will use the latest in botanical research and innovations in technology to bring to life this hidden, unseen world. Now, you all know that I'm a huge fan of documentaries. I will buy whatever documentaries I can get my hands on, particularly if they have been produced by the BBC or they have someone like David Attenborough attached to them. Absolutely love them. So when I saw that Viavision were releasing a documentary on trees hosted by Dame Judi Dench, I had to get my hands on it. I never knew I needed a documentary on trees. I never knew I needed Dame Judi Dench to present or narrate a documentary on anything, especially trees. But this documentary is so great and it's so eye-opening. I know I'm really struggling to figure out how to sell a documentary on trees, but please believe me, this is actually really, really fantastic. It's only a swift, like 55-minute doco as well, so it goes past pretty quickly. It's not like a whole, I'm not sure if I could have handled like a whole documentary series on trees. This is like the perfect, this is kind of the perfect amount of time, but I found this absolutely fascinating. Dame Judi Dench is a really terrific presenter as well, and she has such a passion. It's called My Passion for Trees. She has such a passion for this topic that you can't help but be sucked into it. And there are so many fascinating revelations in here. As I said, they've used like the latest in botanical sciences and stuff to bring these new facts and discoveries to light. What I love about documentaries is kind of getting to put the microscope on things that you never really either would have been that interested in looking closely at in the past, or have always been kind of interested in taking a look at, and you finally get the chance to do so. I think My Passion for Trees is one of the most interesting documentaries I've seen in a while, and I think also one of the most surprising too. So if you are like me and you love your documentaries and you feel like you just can't get enough of them, I would highly, highly recommend this one. Next up, we have got The Mayor of Casterbridge, the mini-series, adapted from the classic novel by Thomas Hardy. At a country fair, young hay trusser Michael Henchard quarrels with his wife Susan, and in a drunken fit decides to auction off his wife and baby to a sailor for 5 guineas. The next day, realising his loss, he swears not to touch liquor again for as many years as he has lived so far. 18 years later, Henchard has become Mayor of Casterbridge, a man well respected but not well liked. The unexpected return of his wife and daughter, Elizabeth Jane, sets off a turn of events that force him to face the consequences of his selfish impulses and violent temper. The Mayor of Casterbridge is one of those classic novels that has been adapted into film and television numerous times over the years. This version right here is the most recent one. It's still almost 20 years old. It was released in 2003. Haven't had a chance to take a look at this, but this is something that I've been really interested in having a look at for quite a while. This is a novel that I really love. I read it many years ago. I think in school we read this, or I may have read it outside of school. I'm not too sure, but I have read it, and it's such a really beautiful, energetically charged novel. I've always been interested in checking out the film adaptations of it, and this is one that I've been wanting to kind of get my hands on and check out for quite a while. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to have a look at it just yet, because I've had just so much stuff coming into me this month, and I wanted to kind of get this one out there and show you that it is available on the market, but it is apparently very, very good. On IMDb, it's got a rating of 7.7, which is huge. You all know that I love my little mini TV series, mini-series things, and I'm trying to collect as many of them as I can. I just always think they are so much fun, and Viavision has been releasing a whole ton of these great mini-series recently, and this one I'm definitely excited to take a look at, and if you're interested in these yourself, here's another one that you can get into your collection. And finally, we have got the Bob Hope and Bing Crosby 4-film pack. This includes 4 of the Road to films: Road to Singapore, Road to Zanzibar, Road to Morocco, and Road to Utopia. They are some of the best-loved film comedies ever created. Now, 4 of the most popular Road to pictures are here together in this deluxe DVD collection packed with bonus features. Join Bing and Bob as they travel the world and experience rollicking, fun-filled misadventures. Bob Hope and Bing Crosby are 2 of the greatest entertainers to have ever graced the screen. I'm sure you have heard me multiple times sing my praises for these 2. I absolutely love their works, whether it's comedies or dramas. I love the music of Bing Crosby. I listen to it constantly. He's a fixture of my Christmas music listening. I love him. I love the works of these 2. And when they are both together, it is absolute pure dynamite. These 2 starred in a series of Road to movies. I think there were like 6, 7, or 8 films. The 4 films that are included in this box set here are the 4 that were originally distributed by Universal Pictures. I believe the other ones were distributed by, might have been Paramount or United Artists or something like that, so they aren't included in this box set right here. I believe you can get them through Shock Entertainment though. Or Shock has a couple of box sets. I'm not sure if it was I think it was a Bing Crosby box set they had that had those films in there. So if you're interested in kind of cobbling together all of the films, that's a really good way to do it. But these movies are, as it says on the back, some of the greatest comedies of all time. Essentially, these are movies that invented the genre, or at least invented a lot of the tropes that we now associate with the buddy picture, the road movie. These are two guys that kind of get on each other's nerves as they travel around the world and get in wacky, crazy, madcap adventures, and they're just so much fun. Each movie takes place in a different place around the world, and they just kind of get up to all these crazy hijinks, and they're so much fun. If you love classic comedy just like I do, you will certainly get an absolute kick out of these movies. And there's so much, you know, Bob Hope and Bing Crosby are so charismatic, as I said, even on their own, but together it's absolutely electric. These are some of the greatest, again, buddy road trip movies ever, some of the greatest comedy movies ever, and if you're into all that stuff, these are movies that you definitely have to see. I'm hoping what Viavision have been doing a lot recently is they release something on DVD and then maybe a couple of months down the line they pop up on Blu-ray or vice versa. So I'm hoping the release of this might signify that these might find their way onto Blu-ray at some point. But for now, I'm very happy to have these on DVD because they may just end up being the only way we can get these into our collections. Once again, that is everything that Viavision has sent into me to take a look at this month. Only a couple of titles here, but I'm really trying to get these videos a lot shorter by kind of separating the individual distribution labels into their own videos. I think it's going to work out much better this way. It's easier for you to consume, and it's easier for me to make and release, I think. And it's a lot more content to kind of get out there instead of dumping these like 2.5 hour videos, which I really hate doing. Once again, thanks to Viavision for sending over these titles for me to take a look at in this video today. They have got some really great stuff coming up over the next couple of months. I'm really excited to get my hands on some really great Blu-ray and Blu-ray box sets and stuff that I can't wait to show off. So we'll be covering those next month. Thanks everybody out there for watching as well. Until next time, take it easy.